Well, we'll be delighted to be co-sponsoring the 2019 40th anniversary of EOA. Amazing place to start. But before we do, can I just have a bit of a show of hands? Can you wave if this is your first conference? Wow, welcome. You obviously heard Andy Street's invitation last year to come to Birmingham. It's an amazing place to be. So why employee ownership? Well, given the state of the economy and how calm and tranquil everything is out there, I thought it's useful just to remind ourselves the sort of things that we're hearing. The world economy is showing signs of slowing down. We've got trouble across the continents, crisis with sterling, tension between India and Pakistan, and Brexit means Brexit. Well, somebody had to say it. So why would you want to? Well, let's just look at what's happening when those statements came out. 1929 saw Speed and Lewis form the first settlement and the formation of the John Lewis Partnership. Rockets and trouble with Turkey. 1964, Ove Arab started with their partnership. Max Fordham in 1966. Unilever in 1987. And more recently, in 2018 and 2019, Riverford Organics, Aardman Animations, and Richer Sounds. There's never been a greater time to become employee-owned. So for those of you who've come along for your first conference, we really hope you enjoy the experience and gain a lot from it. This is the time to really engage with your fellow employee owners. As Martine said, it's a wonderful place to be. People are very opening and sharing. Come and talk to everybody. There's lots of experience here, and we hope you have a really good time.
Good morning, everybody. When Jeremy and I started to think about how we were going to organise what we think is the first co-sponsorship of the Employee Ownership Association conference, and we realised that we were going to have to do some nifty choreography to make it work as well as possible with two people. So what I suggested to Jeremy was that we might do some kind of montage of famous comedy double acts. You can imagine the kind of thing, Laurel and Hardy trying to get that piano up the stairs with images of me and Jeremy superimposed on the faces of Laurel and Hardy, that kind of thing. Or maybe Morecambe and Wise coming onto the stage from two opposite sides. Anyway, it's fair to say that the reaction when I pitched this idea to Jeremy was muted. So probably for the best, we're going to keep it straight. And I'm just going to tell you now why I'm here, why I've darkened the doors of the Employee Ownership Association's annual conference for as long as I can remember now. So keeping it brief, I've been entranced by employee ownership, really going back right to the beginning of my legal career. I saw the benefits of it very, very clearly, and I decided I wanted to build a legal career about something which had a very positive purpose, and that was, from there was born my interest in employee ownership. With my colleagues, we now have a legal practice that specialises in helping companies become employee-owned. And I feel that's a great place to be. In a time where there is plenty of dysfunction around, particularly political dysfunction, it really cheers me up every day to feel I'm working in this world where we are all doing something really positive. It's all about collaboration. There is obviously a really important, critical role in UK business for competition, and I think collaboration has perhaps been rather overshadowed by competition. But we are at heart very collaborative as human beings, and I think employee ownership really sits at the heart of that. So that's why I'm here today. I'm going to hand you back to Jeremy now.
Thank you. So the second part of the double act. So when I was a child, I wanted to be a stuntman. I'm clearly built for that. And then I thought I'd like to be a politician. That's a thankless task. So in the end, I decided to join the John Lewis Partnership. And I entered as a YTS trainee, which for some of you will already date me to early 80s. It was a fantastic time there. I can generally say I enjoyed or loved 80% of it. I enjoyed about 20% of it. And the other 5% I'd rather not remember too much. It was mainly my reviews and the fact that being able to add up in retail is quite important. So I took the opportunity 7 years ago of forming a business that is really based on the value of working together. It's evident for all of us here that is our natural space. And it's clear that employee ownership is growing. When I started this, there seemed to be reasonable access to financial and legal advice. But the bit that I felt was most important, and the bit that you will recognise, the bit that makes the difference, is the people and how you enable people to bring this to life. For nearly 7 years now, I've been a firm supporter of the EOA and the great work it continues to do. And I'm delighted to be co-sponsoring with Robert this wonderful conference. The conference is a wonderful opportunity to catch up with great friends, to make new ones, to learn, to celebrate, and to test all things EO. Whether you're the firm believer that only 100% employee ownership is true employee ownership, or whether you're a firm believer that only genuine ownership in shares is true ownership. That's the great thing about our community, having those ideas and sharing them. So thank you very much. We hope you enjoy the conference.
See if anyone recognises this. So before it's goodbye from him, it's goodbye from me. One more thing I'm going to say. As well as having your interests very solidly at heart by co-sponsoring the conference, we've also done something else for you today, which is finally published the Employee Ownership Manual, available at a cracking 10% discount for anyone attending the conference today. So you know where to come if you'd like to find a copy. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a fantastic, informative, engaging and fun conference, and thank you for listening.